Hello, my name is Susan Norwell. I'd like to introduce you to Rett University, and the course I'm going to be explaining is Social Conversations, Co-constructing Narratives and Story Retells, which sounds like a big mouthful, but let me explain. This is actually something that you and I do all the time. We go out with our friends, talk on the phone, sit down at dinner with our families, and we're telling stories. Things that happened to us, things that we experienced, things that other people told us that happened, really form the fabric of our social conversations. And at about, say about 2, maybe 4 years ago, this came kind of into my brain, across my radar screen, because I was at the grocery store with my granddaughter, and she was like 18 months. And she started going, my husband went in to run and get something. She's going like this with her hand and screaming, ah! And I'm like, oh my gosh. And again, ah! And I'm like, I'm missing something. It's obvious I'm missing something. I'm not doing my part, because she's now getting frustrated and she's now starting to cry. Luckily, Bill came back in the nick of time, and I said, do you have any idea what's going on here? And he goes, oh yeah. Yesterday when we were in the car, she would do this, I would hit the horn, and then we would go, ah! We both scream and laugh and just have a great time. Like, oh, I get it now. I was missing the context. That context is so essential for early communicators to help scaffold them and to help understand what they're trying to retell. A good communicator, a well-established communicator, can share an experience that we haven't been a part of, and we can still understand what they are saying. And there is space in between both of those, where we gradually lessen our scaffolding, and they become more independent. So I started thinking, boy, this is really important. You know, our girls don't have the gesture system. Our girls don't have the vocalizations often. But gosh, they should be part of experiences like this that were so essential to Maddie and so essential to our relationship. So I started reading about narratives and co-construction of narratives, and read some great articles, and they were talking about how it is a component of building memories, that cognitive piece of building memories and self-concept and self-identity. And I thought, oh my gosh, I want my girls to experience this. This is really important for them. And so I started playing around with it and working with some girls and doing what I thought would help, and then found some articles on co-construction of narratives and story retells that were done for AAC users, which said to me, okay, good, you're on the right track, but that here's a little more you can do. Started talking with David Copenhaver a lot about writing and the whole idea of that, you know, tell me more, and just kind of scaffolding and supporting students to tell you as much as they can. And in my own mind, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, the correlation between being able to tell a story, being able to write a story, really snug up, because people who aren't good communicators with language have a really difficult time then with writing. And that's how this course was born. I was just like so excited. I wanted my girls to be able to do this. And I'm also really tired of sitting at IEP meetings and getting communication goals that are directed at answering WH questions. Now, if you or I sat down at dinner with friends and just started rapid firing WH questions at them, they would say, what the heck is wrong with you? They would just be puzzled by that behavior. Or goals directed at finding certain vocabulary or selecting certain vocabulary. Again, research is pretty clear that finding vocabulary, selecting vocabulary, choosing between vocabulary teaches you to be a good pointer, finder, or chooser, has nothing to do with communication. Or categorizing vocabulary, like I would have ever with Maddie said, are you trying to tell me a verb? Are you trying to tell me that it goes? Are you trying to... That's just not how we talk with young children. It's not how we help them grow in their language development. So in this course, and it's a short course because I wanted it out there, because all of this has been kind of buzzing around in my head for a little while, and I finally got it pretty well organized. I want to do an expanded version of this to even give more information to help this process, because I think it's that essential. But you're going to get theory about why story retell, why co-constructive narrative, why is this so essential for growth and development, and social connectedness, which is so essential for our girls. You're going to get some videos that show girls in different stages of being able to construct narratives and retell stories. And then you're going to get some page sets. And the page sets are because even though I want to spend time with girls having them co-construct narratives, I'm an experienced communication partner. I know how to help them do that. I can give them plenty of time to do that in a one-to-one setting. I could even carve out that time in a classroom setting in a smaller group. But now let's put them on the spot and say, hey, can you share this at show and tell? Can you tell grandma what you did yesterday when we're all sitting around the dinner table and all of a sudden, whoa, lockdown. And we've all experienced that. I can remember saying to my own kids, tell grandma goodbye. They're 2 years old and they didn't say a word till grandma's out the door and then they're going, bye, 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 bye. So why wouldn't we think it would be the same for our girls? So I created these page sets so that the stories they have constructed with us, we can record and they have easy access to. Now there's that memory component. They can go back and retrieve those stories and they can use them to make connections with, to say, hey, that's like something that happened to me. It's just like really important component of who they are. And stories, we go back in time and retell stories. So I think it's really important that they have that same opportunity. So I created those page sets in Communicator 4. You will learn how to use them and edit them. I created them in Communicator 5 and you'll learn how to use them and edit them. And I created the same page sets without the advantage of eye gaze in Go Talk Now for the iPad, just in case somebody doesn't yet have eye gaze or you want a more portable way of doing it. So you'll have all those tools at your fingertips to be able to use with your girls. And I hope, oh my gosh, I hope you enjoy this course as much as I enjoyed making it. I hope you catch the passion of how important it is for them to be able to create and retell their stories. And welcome to Rett U and our course in co-constructing narratives and story retell.